Alright, this is Andrew with Joda Home Inspections. Today is March 30th, 2022, and we're doing a sewer scope here in Mill Creek. We are at 3366 South Crestbrook Lane. We've got the camera pushed out 150 feet. That's as far out as my line goes, but luckily we're just barely making it to the city line. It looks like your lateral line might be going into a manhole. Doesn't look like it's dumping into a typical line. This looks more consistent with being a manhole. We're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. That's what it looks like when you drop into a manhole. Biggest thing with this line is that there are several areas that were rather flat, where it was holding water. I was pushing toilet paper and waste and wet wipes out as I pushed my camera out. With all these flat spots and bellies, those are areas where it's more likely to hold debris, which is what's been happening. And so there's a lot that I couldn't see as I pushed out since I was pushing debris. If you look at the top left side of the pipe right here, you have some print. That's a sign that you have a liner, at least in some of the pipe. So this is all a liner that's been blown in, which is good. It's not good that you don't have proper grade in some areas, and I'll try to pay attention to see if those flat spots are areas where you have the liner. But this is a liner that's been blown in, it hardens, and it's like having a new pipe. Now we're back to transite, so this is older pipe, probably original. Transite is a cement asbestos pipe. And I'm not seeing a lot of standing water as I pull back, which is a good sign. I'm wondering if the standing water I was seeing, because I feel like there was a significant amount in a couple areas that could have been waste that was stuck in the line for whatever reason and causing it to hold water. And not vice versa. Sometimes you'll have bellies that cause the waste to get stuck, as opposed to waste just getting stuck on a joint. I haven't seen any significant offsets where the pipes have slipped and separated. That's a clean out. I didn't see it, but you probably have a clean out outside somewhere. A lot of times they're buried. Not seen any roots so far. So some standing water through here. Also a little bit of buildup on the bottom of the pipe. You could consider having that cleaned out to prevent backups or prevent any waste from getting stuck on as it's going out the line. This is cast iron. This is what's under the slab. Apparently, cast iron is oftentimes considered the weakest link because it gets rough and rusty. It can catch on debris and eventually need to be replaced. I scoped the line in the basement. I pulled the toilet. I made a note about this in the report, but the basement toilet was very loose. Once I pulled it up, I could see that you don't have an actual flange. So you have an anchor that's put into the ground, and then the other side wasn't holding onto anything. You're supposed to have a flange that's anchored to the ground, and then you attach the toilet to the flange. This one doesn't have that. I'm going to put it back the best I can, but with only one bolt, it's not going to be that tight. I'm going to put a lot of wax on it. I'll have to put a reinforced jumbo wax ring. That'll hopefully prevent it from leaking for the time being. But I'd recommend having the toilet pulled back up, have an actual flange installed, anchored to the ground, and that'll prevent the toilet from moving around and creating gaps in the wax seal and prevent it from leaking in the future. So I'm going to end this recording now.